Hello, hello, hello! Alright. Woo! Alright, well, start off, I will just say Shifty Cat won't be joining this evening. She is at her dad's house, cleaning it out. So, it's gonna be just me tonight, folks. But, I have the next stage of the enamel pin designs. In this case, this is the Hyrule Shield and Hyrule designed from for the shield from mostly Ocarina of Time with a little, like, what is it, Twilight Princess, kind of a little mix of it. But there's also then the Master Sword. So I'm creating two different pins that I'm trying to design. Let's see if I can get them to work together. With that, of course, I need to pre-plan quite a bit of it. Now, last week, on Saturday at 4 p.m. like I do every Saturday, I had gone through and sketched these out. So if you didn't catch that one, by all means, please go see that one. Now, I could always see about also toning this one down a little bit and making it more of like bite-sized chunks instead of the whole live stream. And that's just me thinking out loud. If you do like that, then always leave a little message, a little comment, and by all means also join in. Ask me a question. I've made a few enamel pins. I put them over out of my reach. But the Octorock family pins are the ones I've made before. Now I'm going and trying to upgrade this to another design. All before really cool Comic-Con on August 7th. Yes, August 7th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. over in Flint, Michigan at the Dort Center. Come on by, catch me right there, and you can find this one on my table. Well, granted, I'm going to get it done here in the next week or two, so we should be able to get them ordered and in a timely manner. And by no means the company, if I end up saying their name, ViviPins, they do not sponsor me. They have not sponsored me. I just really like to work with them from their costs and everything, from everything I did, my heavy amount of research before I even made those first pins. Those first 3 pins of the Octorock family, I really went in deep and tried to look for the best prices and best designs and the choice aesthetics that I wanted. And I found them to be very helpful with that. And not only that, but it's always great when you have good customer service. So, strongly recommend them. They really worked with me on that design. I really love how they came out. And that's why I want to make another one. Hence the reason why we're going to be making the sword and shield from Zelda. As you can see, I'm also sporting the shirt, this, and my Triforce is lit up. Yes, folks, I finally found a means to keep it lit. It's been sitting there in the background, all quiet and dormant, and now it's illuminated. Alright. So then, like I said, I did all the sketching, so I have everything done in red. I had pre-planned some of the ideas. And let's just bring up the design here. So, from this, I decided that the sword itself is going to be a 3-inch tall pin. Quite ambitious, a little bit pricier, but I love the idea of having the sword behind the shield. And I said, this is going to be 2 separate pins, so I'm trying a little bit, a little craziness. And hopefully the materials work in my favor how I want them to. And one of the major aesthetics that I'm going to make sure is a magnetic clutch. Now, I sat there and I go, who puts a magnet behind their enamel pin and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? I found a few magnets. Matter of fact, I have it here. This little thing, as it's so washed out from all the light, we can get a nice... This little magnet, this little thing right here, incredibly powerful. And I should be more careful around all the electronics I have in here, because some of them will probably get messed up. So, let's put it back down there, out of the way. But the point is that little magnetic clutch is actually strong enough to hold these pins together. Now I did of course research. I'm obsessed with knowing if I can or can't make something. So I made sure Now it's just confirming with them, you know, with the company I'm going to be working with, the pins here, to if it actually works out how I want. If not, then I'll have two awesome pins that you can buy separately at Really Cool Comic-Con. So now my next step is finally take this sketch that you see here, and of course they're already separated because I think that's pretty darn cool. So I wanted to make some of the designs simplistic. Now towards the top where the hilt is, the hilt of the Master Sword will be seen quite a bit, even when the shield is in front, which will cover the Triforce that's on the shield itself, or on the sword itself. So then standalone shield, again, I designed this a little bit differently. It's not exactly like the one you see in the game, so I'm not stepping on it. But with this design, I think I can make a pretty cool set of sword and shield for those people that really love their Zelda. Alright, with this, it looks like we got audio working pretty well. It doesn't look like I was not saying anything. Always good. Alright, so let's just... I did not check that one. I do want to make sure that things audio-wise are going through okay. Pretty sure they are. Probably a little quiet there. Alright, yes, that was a bit quiet, but it took a moment. So yes, the audio on that one is working as well. Yeah, it's kind of terrible. Hopefully I won't be talking into this monitor all the time. Which I shouldn't, because this is my drawing monitor. Hence the reason I should be facing forward. Ready, set, no. There is... two... okay. Alright. Yes. Just putting out messages, you know, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I stream to a few places. All at once, you know, trying to cover ground. So by all means, please always check out the Facebook. I also have an Instagram, which I put things on occasionally. Mostly time-lapse stuff over there in the YouTube, as well as on the Instagram. Plus, you can actually check out some stream clips through Twitch, as well as on the YouTube that I've been trying to upload, cut, and make little snippets of the stream all together for everyone. Yeah, I'm the only one that mounted his Elvis, though. Yes, but that's the thing. What else am I trying to think? Ooh, blue stuff. Pepsi berry. Nothing blues up your tongue more. Actually, it's funny, like, now that I saw the blue actually looks good with the inking outline. Oh, look at that. Actually, this is pretty darn close to the blue altogether. I think so. Yeah, just a little bit high. I'm really eager to get into the inking, because part of me wants to, what I really want to do is I want to take this original file and do an inking of it, and then color of it, and then some shadows. And then kind of go, oh, look how nice. And maybe that'll be the like a backing card for the two pins together. And I don't know, it seems like it'd be kind of cool. But it's not an incredibly important piece. But I do like the idea of having a nice backing to help, promote it. So it's in little packages. You go, oh, that is clever. That's right. So that's another part of the design, is like when you're actually trying to make these and get them set up for, for an actual person to want to buy, you have to think about the little flair, little things that, add a little bit extra flair, grab somebody's eye to actually come see it. Like my giant Trisource, which will be at the table so long as I remember everything I'm trying to bring. But that thing will be at my table. If you want to find me at Really Cool Comic Con, just look for the Triforce people. So, there. Sent that out. Good. Okay. Yep. All right.
Crazy?
Hey. Hi, welcome. Again, always feel free to ask any questions. I will be just working away, seeing if I can get some of this all said and done. So, all right. I'm gonna go into inking. I think I'm gonna avoid doing the mirror, just because I like to add an extra level of difficulty for myself. No. Where is it? This first, so I can make a nice clean ink line, and then I'm going to make another one over it that's going to have the widths and depths. So a double ink. I have an inkling that this is going to be some inking. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I do want to do the mirror just for the purpose of... Now this inking is also going to have the shield over the top of it. So I'm going to ink them. I'm just inking this as a possibility for a backing. I thought it'd be kind of cool. Get it, get it done. At the same time, I could sit here and I could play with the colors with this particular one, and play with some shadows, make it look kind of nice. Go see it up a bit. We don't know. We just trying to make whatever we can.
Rim shot.
Actually, let's just do this because. It's in white, and I didn't mean to. That's what I get. Yep, I'm gonna ink this. I was inking something earlier with white, and it's all great and dandy, but not what I want.
Jam.
I'm gonna go through and most of the solid lines. Of course, I was really doing this. I'd be holding shift. Now that should be, yeah, that was twin screens. I think shift is on my other set of tools. Darn it all. I should have put it as number 3 on this, or number 2 on this side. Oh well. Oh crap. Oops. There we go. And I now just... I'm already seeing it. The lines that it's creating are not what I want. Of course! Hello? Alright, well then. So this is also another way of really looking at my end result, because I'm going to eventually be taking this over to Illustrator. In Illustrator, I'll be making very clean lines with the pen tool, because it's very critical when you have the end result that it's in what is that? Ooh. I'm gonna have to do that without the mirror. But anyways, it's very critical that you make sure that it's nice and clean lines, because your end result is gonna be based off of like a non-jittery look to your end result. I mean, essentially, I feel like a lot of these lines, you know what? I'm gonna go with this just to start working out the weight, because like I said, this is gonna be a end result for a little card. So I do not go up a 15. Yep, I'm already trying to get some dynamic aspect in this inking, so I can keep hitting that back button when I mean to hit the shift. But the bigger point is that I want to get some depth to this. Have it be more understanding that... Nope. This thing has some rounded features. So I'm trying to make a weight difference between what's furthest away and what's closest. Closest being the thicker lines, because, you know, as things get closer, they get bigger. So that's the reason for my inking of this in this particular way. It's there to there. So it's really just another way of taking a look at the design of this. Back up a bit. You know what? Even... Actually, again, I want this to be... Yes. All of them. I usually go from left to right a lot. And if that's the case, then let's start where we had the line. Do. So if you're not familiar with this application, this is Krita. I like to use it for the for my inking and drawing purposes, mainly because it's less evasive, like Photoshop can be. Because I strictly just want a program that paints. I know there's so many people who will use MS Paint. Nah. I gotta remember. Nope. I'm listening to Teknoaxe. They're very kind to streamers. Nice. Maybe even... Yeah, that's a line I'm gonna have to create after I get rid of the mirroring effect, because it's kind of weird when it's there. I know, it probably would be better if I just made the vector, but I do like inking. I do want to ink this. Let's get all of that inside. One fell swoop. Try it again. You want to make these lines with confidence. Just oozing confidence. That's how you make a good, strong line. Make it look like it was meant to be there. Even if you meant to do it a dozen times beforehand. Or maybe just a few. Always trying to work from the shoulder. Hey, hey, hey. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. You can't hurt me, lines. And yick. I can see that'll be part of also. I'm seeing some of these lines like feels like I want more arch in that particular line. Now the great thing about mirroring is I don't have to worry about doing the other side. The other side is already getting done at the same moment. So it's all good. I'm trying to make a cleaner arch than I had before. I should have that come to a point. There. It's clean. Now, I do have this quite a bit more the simplified version. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna lock those down. Don't want to make that mistake. Highly recommend it. Save often too, because that's a good thing. Which save. All right, now we're getting into where the sword meets the shield. Now, one of the big things in Krita is that there is no line smoothing that works with you. It's all you, baby. It's all your thing. Yep. Alright, so since this shield has a bend, so this is going to be the thickest line, which I need to start increasing because the lines will be thicker on this one than behind, so might as well make it. And I'm even going to put in a little note like that. We're going to go with the That's just a personal note for me, and it's going to be 20.63, so it's a little bit bigger, just like how 16.63 is that. Technically, I could round it up to 21 and 17, but I'm not gonna. I'm living dangerously like that. Oh goodness! What? Can he make it in one shot? Oh my goodness. Almost. You know, it's like when if you ever had the chance to be in a film. It's like when you're doing the first take. The director says, "No, we should at least do it once, twice, three, dozen times before we so we have variety to pick from." It's the same thing with ink. And how many times have I ever said, "First draft is crap"? Actually, that is very true. The first draft you make sounds really good, but draw it, write it, and then come back to it after a few weeks, and you realize, oh my gosh, I have grown so much since that last time. There. See, and I also had pushed the hardest when it got to the end on purpose, so I know that point in the shield is the closest it can be. Because that's what I want. Because I want these tips to be the furthest away, so it looks like it's got a roundedness to it. So we are on our way. I hit backspace when I didn't want to. Not backspace. There's no back of space. Space. Yeah, that makes me think of the multiplayer song. Space. Welcome. Hello. Have any questions? Feel free to ask. I am here for a long time. Gonna try to get this ink done for this particular piece, and then I'm gonna move on to the vector version so I can start creating it for the enamel pen design. And I need very clean lines for that. So this is more of like the artsy advertised kind of thing that I'll put together. That can be its own standalone piece if I really want it. In case somebody doesn't want the enamel pen, you know what? Guess what? You have the choice of this lovely. Actually, I'm gonna clean up that corner. I do need this to be a bit thicker, because this is still in front of my sword to a certain extent. course, I'll be also going through and cleaning up the ink after this first pass anyways. But maybe a little bit later, but I just wanted to get the ink down, because this is going to have the sword and shield together, and the enamel pin is going to be two different ones. A 3-inch sword, along with an 1.5-inch shield. So, these are the original sketches. Actually, I'm already realizing that this, buddy, a little too thick for you. A little bit off too. Oops. So yeah, I'm freehand inking this, and for later on it'll be into Illustrator to make the vector version. So this is stage 2 of designing the enamel pin. I have the power. There we go. And then we want to bring it on in. Nope. Gotta make it very serious. There we go. Beautiful. Looks beautiful. So actually, I'm going to turn off the sword so I don't get confused with the lines behind it. So I already got the hilt. And again, I'm going to go through and I'm going to clean up quite a bit of this ink once I get the first pass done. That was actually what I was going to do first with the thinner line. Just get the places, holders, and come through and then make the thicker versions. I can go through and I can clean up all the lines a little bit later. So if you're wondering, this is taking some of the Ocarina of Time design, Twilight Princess. I really wanted the 4 Triforce design. Yes, 4 Triforce. The one that has an up-the-side down Triforce on the bottom of it. It was unique, and people speculated, like, oh my gosh, there's something reversed? There's something, like, yes. Yes, there is. Alright. Actually, you know, I did not test to see if I'm should be getting everything through Twitch as well. Wherever you might find this at. Could probably pin this. There. Nope. That's right, I haven't put on any of the emojis I have. That's one of the things I'm missing on my Twitch channel. I made a bunch of emojis and I never put them up. My goodness. They're in the Discord, which I'm still piecing together for a nice little community of those people that would enjoy talking about anything storytelling, animation, you know, inking, design, comic books, you know, anything related to, I'd really say related to storytelling, to be honest. That is in the end what I'm doing. But I also like designing things and playing around with other ideas, because, you know, I have some thoughts on these things, and, you know, I think it's nice to express those thoughts, even if it is yourself. Alright. Why not? Will it scream at me? I don't think it will. Interesting. Okay. Twitch, yep. Alright. Looks like all 3 chats are good. Good. Would like to actually, and I'm also curious. Oh, that's a shame too. The Streamlabs OBS doesn't give me the backlog of any of the chat either. Well, it's a good thing that I have Streamlabs OBS open on the desktop with the multi-stream chat, because that helps out a lot. There we go. And welcome! Hello! Alright, let's get some more. Oops. Wrong section. Alright. Done inking this out. Let's get this. Get some of these more designs. Go through, clean it up after the initial. If you're unsure of what this is, it's a Hyrule shield. And if you're unsure, I have a bunch of Zelda-themed stuff for my necklace that I wear all the time. I kind of like it, just a little bit, a little bit. So this is from the sketch I did last week when I was discussing design and certain aspects of making the enamel pins, like some of the features, you know, based upon the company that you'd like to go with, or even like some of the materials even that it's made out of, because a lot of the lines that I'm making right now would also be seen as the metal that's behind it. In this case, I plan on going with a silver nickel on the back side of the shield here. So all these black lines will actually show up as silver instead, which is quite a bit. And I'm planning on really asking them if we can do, especially for this this outline of the shield, if all this space can be that enamel color. So I really would like it to look like metal. And that's something I have to discuss with them on another phase, because one of the things I was asking is like, hey, how does magnets work in your case? Because this one is designed with the idea of having the sword and shield unite as one, like Voltron and all of their cat. You know, I want to Voltron this whole thing together. So again, feel free to ask any questions. There's no dumb questions. I will answer anything based on like enamel pin design. Even, you know, if you have something else, like, you know, you want to talk about some other designs, because, you know, comic strips, you know, any means of like storytelling is a big deal for me. And, you know, I'm all good for that, because I do Ginge stamps, which I am redesigning on the side, and getting to a point where I'm gonna present it on Webtoons, so that's another thing I'm working towards. But I'm also trying to make it quick and easy, so it's a nice little quick strip, even though I have like dozens of ideas already written and scripted inside waiting for me to finish with the characters and their designs. But I do that off stream. That's a bit different. And so with these lines, I'm not really going for too much of the depth like the other major lines, like the ones on the outline. These ones, I'm just going for the shape, make sure it looks sharp. And again, I have mirror mode on, so this makes it incredibly easy, because one of the nice things is it's drawing on the other side. Gonna make it real quick. Only have to draw half of this then, if this is the case. I still don't like that. I know I'll be cleaning up these lines afterwards, but the point is, you know, to leave as little Aftermath. Oh, almost. Let's just spin this a little bit further so it works more with my arm in the direction I want it to go. There we go. Lot nicer. You look gunky. That's the kind of cleanup I'll end up doing. It's like, gotta make that line look cool. Gotta make it look cool. And like this one here. This should come to a point. Building. And then I'm already cleaning. Crud. No. Alright. But yeah, that's the end result. I'm gonna make a lot of these lines come to a nice neat point eventually. But alright. Do. You know, I'm really hoping. Okay, good. Spotify's not being a jerk to me right now. What was I gonna say? Are you gonna be that jerk today? Last week you kept stopping on me just randomly. It's like, nah, I'm not gonna do this for you anymore, dude. But why? I thought we had a good relationship. So no. I'm gonna stop intermittently while you're talking, so you miss it. Not cool. Oh. So, like I said, this is designed with a few different, but mainly heavily coming from Ocarina of Time, being one of my favorite versions of the classic franchise, which I am incredibly looking forward to. Breath of the Wild 2, because I've gone all over the lore and the speculation. I love the idea that it's a convergence of all the different timelines where Link dies and Ganon wins, compared to also all the times. Actually, I want to go a little bit lower. Plus, it's a huge convergence based upon the idea that the Nintendo wants to clean up some story. Wants to make it cohesive for everyone, so you can stop getting weird questions. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so attached to like watching anything and everything about its lore. Is that I love the storytelling in Zelda. It's got so much depth because of how many years it's been out. How many times have we gone through the story? And I think one of the best aspects too is when you actually start reading some of the journal entries. I found it to be very, very great that in Breath of the Wild they really dove deep into the psyche of being the hero, because Zelda makes an observation in her own diary about the fact that it's not quite, what is it? He seems to be very guarded in his own way, and her own kind of selfishness, she didn't see that until he started opening up a bit more here and there. It started making sense, like, oh my gosh, he is just as scared as I am. He's worried he won't measure up. He is human, or in this Hyrulean, and it's quite an interesting take, because like they always show these heroes that they have no flaw, but they added in that Zelda could see that there's some kinks in his armor, his green tunic. And it really, that's when you know the character has a lot more depth to them. They don't make their decisions on a whim. They really make it in the moment with a heavy weight behind it. And thought process. And that's really what you want to portray in so many of your characters. You want to see that weight, that struggle, because that's what we're reading about. We want to understand that. We want to relate to these characters so much in whatever way we can, so we can feel like we're part of the story too, that we know that they're not just some superhuman, but that they're also vulnerable too. I think that's what everyone really wants. It's just a good hero story that shows some vulnerability. We've seen it like with quite a few. You get a little bit more in depth about the character's motive and idea of what makes them happy, human in so many ways. So that's what makes characters lovable, is they're relatable. I mean, in video games for such a long time they had main characters not speak for a reason, because one, it's easier to have you immerse yourself in as the hero when you're not being told what they're saying. But it does make some of the storytelling a bit hard. And every so often they make fun of Link for, the inability to say things. I think one of the things I can relate to in just that simple aspect is always feeling, when talking to people, if they rush me saying something instead of allowing me to give it thought, because I'm a person that I like to think it through. I like to take a moment before I say just anything. As this is the difference, though, in the middle of a stream, I'm sitting here babbling. But, I'll talk about whatever. If you have any questions, by all means, always ask. I'm here. I want to help out anyone that's been thinking about enamel design, been playing with some ideas. I've gone through the process a few times now, a few designs, and now I'm trying to push the envelope with this particular one being I'm trying to work with magnets. I thought, what better ways than to get the Hyrule shield and sword to work together. So I'm inking this first, kind of as a way to play around and see what my end result will be. Now, this is not the inking. I'm not going to use this inking later. I'm going to be making sure I do a vector version, which is what I'll send off to the company I work with. So yeah. So you don't need to sit in the corner and just watch me draw. Come on out, talk a little bit. I only bite me when you ask. I'm not a cruel person. It might be Ginger. Snarky. Still like the idea of helping out anyone that's looking to design their own pins. Maybe you have a question on it. Maybe you're still on the fence of what you can and can't do. That's part of the fun part of the process, is actually just come up with that crazy idea and then resolve it. And that's all a design is. Come up with something really cool, then try to figure out how to bring it to reality. That's what I'm doing with this. I think magnets are also fun. Which I've destroyed many magnets. I know I said this to Kayla last time. It's like the iron flakes that you can get, which are really cool, because I've seen like some magnetic Zen gardens. Oh my gosh, I really want one, but I will destroy the magnet because I feel like you want the magnet inside a little mini plastic or wrapped in plastic in such a way that you can kind of peel it off. Because I ruined a magnet. Yep, and I was one of those little kids that what I did is like, and then I put everything back into its box. I didn't do this at a store, mind you. This was not at a store. This was at like a, gosh, what was it? I guess it's kind of sort of, but it was like, it was kind of like a bit of a daycare. I was playing around with it because I was really curious with the magnets, and it was sitting there on the shelf, and I said, hey, this would be great, let's play with magnets. And then I pulled it out, and I saw this little baggie of black dust. Good thing I wasn't, you know, very knowledgeable or even thought of like snorting drugs, because that'd be awful. But you know, iron helps us play. Haha, right? Not in that case. Snorting iron don't do the thing. Don't do a thing. This is a public service announcement. Kids, don't snort iron flakes when playing with magnets. Just no. No. It's bad. But anyways, I'd been playing with it. I left the dust inside in the bag at first. Of course I did. You know, I was like, gotta experiment, gotta like play around, gotta see what I can do. And then I go, well, what if? And that's when everything went downhill, because then I decided, hey, I am going to take them out of the bag, and I will see what happens when they attach to it. And you know, of course, the thing that I thought would happen is, yeah, they attach, and they even made these cool little spikes. So they're actually following the wave that the whole magnetic field creates. So it's like they weren't just like, no, like they actually piled the little flakes piled on top of each other, making these spikes in the directions of the magnetic, you know, force around it. So it's really, really cool. And then I said, okay, that's awesome. And then I played around with a little bit more, moved stuff around. And then it came to like, oh, crud. Oh, I did not like, because there was no tray for me to play with this in either. So I started using the magnet to clean up. And then realized very quickly I am not getting this dust off of that magnet. That was the dreadful moment of like, oh no. I just destroyed this magnet. I've just destroyed this toy for anyone else. Now granted, I did own up because like I was really scared. And, like I can't fix this. I don't know how to fix this. And I was told by an adult, don't worry. It's good. It's what it's meant for. It's meant for playing around. It's like, yeah, and I did. See, I messed it up, and I went, crud. And I couldn't resolve it myself. I'm a stubborn kid. I would have sat there for hours if I really thought I could do it, but I was like, I don't know enough. I don't know enough about magnets and how to clean off a magnet with the dust. It seems like I was like, oh, how do you demagnetize something? It's like, I was like, no. Like you're thinking, kid, but no, we don't demagnetize the magnet. Especially because, well, a kid my age, I'm not going to have the materials to do it. I really feel like there should be a warning on those bags saying, do not put this directly on the magnet. You will ruin the toy for the rest of your life. But, you know, my curiosity got the better of me. I really like magnets, so I played with the magnet. I mean, still nonetheless, until up to the point where I was not, you know, panicked about cleaning up. I was all good. I do remember that. It's terrible you remember some of the awful things you did as a kid. But I didn't mean to. Yeah, we do that. We all do it. I ain't perfect. I might be ginger, but I'm not that perfect. Oof. Slowed down right at the end. That's why I can't work that way. I should be going. One of the best ways to just do ink is actually overshoot. It's just simply for the fact of, because if you try to come down to that slow steady at the end, you're more likely gonna get the jitteriness that you don't want. So confidently go past. You can always clean it up, like I am. Boom. Oh, yep, other side. Boom. Alright, let's make this curve. Ooh. As I looked back at it, it was like, I'm not a curve. Better. I like it. I like that one a lot. We're gonna keep with it. Alright, now here's the bottom upside down triangle. This is the main piece that was always in question, because for so long you had only 3 pieces of Triforce, because I mean that's what tri it means, 3. So then where did this come from? Why do we have that? That shouldn't exist. Alright, so I'm gonna go follow along this side. So in this case, the speculation was there's a 4th piece somewhere then. Well, there's also the fact that Link Between Worlds showed us that there is a parallel universe. So time and distortion of time are a big deal. Oh, gotta maneuver this a bit. Sometimes drawing the opposite direction you normally draw a circle helps. There we go. Not quite what I want. Alright, we're gonna do this. This way we get full motion. Right from the shoulder. A lot nicer. Do it again. Do it again. Kinda. Zoom in. Let's go one more level in. Of course, these will be perfect circles with the vector, but this is all hand drawn. Yeah. Going, almost there. These are even better circles than what they originally drew. Because I'm really using that motion that I've practiced so many times. Which in this case, like, and zooming in, I have the option. Oh, well then, I just need to make my fluid movement. Almost there. Really like the start. It was a good start, good confident start, but then it kind of fell short. And look at that. That looks a lot better. Again, we're zooming in, make sure we're getting real close. So I'd much rather draw from my shoulder and try to draw from my wrist like I had been. Now there's a few lines I won't be doing until I turn off the mirror effect, because, you know, they're kind of on the line. Alright, so now I'm going to go back down to 16. We're going to turn back on that sword. So we got this feature. Here. Very serious line. Now I'm going to try to bring this one all the way down to that edge, and then I'm going to curve into it. So, we're going to go and... Nope. And... Almost. We're going to overshoot it. We're going for an overshot. There we go. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's why we mirrored. Don't have to do it. And I purposely blunted this thing, so the almost it should be able to do damage-wise is just, you know, via paper opener. I really don't want to see people hurting one another with these things. It'll make me feel awful. Just a little bit. So happy you're all buying it, but stop hurting one another. Right? So by all means, anyone, ask any questions as I work if you'd like. Or, you know, sit by, enjoy, listen to some Teknoaxe. Now, this is one feature I keep thinking about. This is one feature that's really, really awkward. But this is the one where I can go. Not quite. Not quite. Because how the Master Sword's design is, it actually has flat, but the blade is on the outside. If I do this, I also need it. Nope. Nope. Oh goodness. Let's stop real quick and just go. Getting close then. I'm gonna make this movement fast and furious. Oh, that looks nice. Finish out that one. Okay. So there's the inking. Mirror, and let's finish up some of these lines. So we got I could turn on the other mirror. No. Luckily there's only a few lines I do like this. There. A nice diamond shape. Alright. So I do need to turn on the shield because I want the placement of this line to be relatively... Oh, that's right. Gotta go back one bit. Gotta go up to 20. Then correct these so it's at the point. Heh, we're getting to the point. Ha ha. Ha. I know, terrible dad jokes. You're welcome. They're free. Oof. Alright, let's change the angle just a bit down. Eh. Well, that didn't quite work well. Let's see if we can get more up and down motion. A little bit so I can see both ends. Better. We definitely want to clean up and clean up that ink. If you're curious, it's a Hyrule shield. By all means, please, always speak up. If you're just watching, you know. And if you do have any questions, even while I'm not live streaming, please, always, please send them along. I'd love to hear from everyone and see what you would like me to do, too. If you had particular questions on some stuff, that'd be even better, too, because I'm more than willing to answer off stream. I have the chance. See what everyone likes or doesn't like. Oop, I need to go back to 16. I'm gonna have to really think of that. I'm gonna have to go. Trying to. This is one of those things I need to work more on. Is this the gradual changes? That's really what I'm working on here. I have an easier time when getting away from myself, doing a thinner line. So I can start off then. Practice makes perfect. This is gonna be the lines that kill me in the end. I'll be here forever. Forever and ever. Make a decision, draw it, go for it. I feel like I need to draw the lines all the way across for the other set too, and then erase what I don't need. So that's what we'll do. One thing is for sure, it'll add more clarity that this line goes through that one. It makes it just that tad bit easier to go. The connecting lines look very much like they connect. you know, if you want to catch me after stream, I will be taking a bit of a breather. I don't know, I was always thinking about, hey, now that you've done some work, let's hop back on it. Do some gaming time. Because, you know, I love Zelda. I should really pull out a Zelda game and probably play some. And, you know, like I always told myself in the past, oh, this is for reference. That's why I'm playing. It really is like, I just want more story. I want to know how this unravels. I think that's one of the biggest driving aspects of me playing most games, is that I am so caught up in the lore. I am so dedicated to just finding out nooks and crannies, and to the point where I'm going to go, I have to put it down. I have to go to bed. Be here all night. I really like the analysis of story. I like breaking it down. I like seeing, well, this is why you made, oh, I see why you made that choice. Okay, this story arc makes sense. This is this kind of trope. Like, really just break it down. Take a look at it. And go, why is it interesting? Why do people enjoy this so much? Really, see, I'm a total nerd when it comes to storytelling. I like knowing how it's done. And it has a lot to do with possibly just me wanting to do my own, which I'm always working on. At the same time, it's like I want to get to the point where Gin Snaps is just NA Snap. That's kind of the point. It's supposed to be snappy, right? Just a little bit. What do you expect now? Come, sit down. Stay a while. And there we are. A hill to remember. Now let's clean up some of these lines. Like these ones. Now I do not have mirror effect on, which I really should. I'm cleaning up. Let's clean up all of them lines. Do. Okay. Maybe. That line is looking very lovely today. Yeah. I'm liking it. Yeah, I made my notes on the same level as this, so time to get rid of them. Shield is in 20 packs. Sword was in 16. And yes, they were mirrored. Haha, look. That way, no matter which direction I elect, it should be fine. Essentially, what I can do, if I back out, and I hit mirror, of course, it's not centered. This shouldn't be any different any direction I look at it, which it's not. Oh, we put the wheel over here and actually take a look. See, it's nice and symmetrical, as it should be when you use the mirror tool. Okay. Now, oh, excuse me. Time for some more blue. Yeah, I drink my soda from a fancy cup. I also like flat soda, because I'm weird like that. Fizziness is too much for my nose. Not really, I just don't prefer the... I just prefer it flat. I think it's from me growing up, you know, and finding like, what is it? My sister does not like it when the drink is flat. My brother didn't like it. I'd always just drink up everyone else's. It's like, oh, you're done with that? Okay. I was the finisher of leftovers, the finisher of most things. You know, it's funny, actually looking at this, I'm starting to think like, wait, I did make those lines. Like, when did I make those lines? Like, you've been drawing this whole time. You even have a video you could go back and say, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I made those lines. For some odd reason, it was just that one moment, I was like, I made those lines. Ooh, burger battle. Sounds delicious. Alright, so let's figure out some colors. So we need a steely blue. I do want to make sure the blue is in there, because I want a steely blue. I'm going to make this another layer. Gonna make it below. We're gonna label this one inked. Yeah. We're gonna make this. Alright. So we're designing the flats. All them flats. But really I'm going through and just I have the eraser open. That's why. We really want to go with a much larger. So this is the steely color. Thinking about that. What kind of deep sea blue? Nope. Has to be more saturated than that is. It is kind of a darker. So then let's see about that being our blue. Why do you itch? So we got a blue, we need a red. And this is for bird in there. I also want to say it's the same saturation, which no, I want a brighter, well, not desaturated, but brighter. It's almost orange. There. Then we need the golden color. Our lovely Triforces. Yeah, I think that'd work. So then now a lot of these are going to be similar colors, like I want to make this, that, and that blue is going to be on that hilt. The steely color, I'm gonna make the sword itself a little bit more blue, because I think I'm gonna make it glow in behind this. So we're designing that. So I'm gonna make the flats, make the shadows and highlights, so you know what material this is, and then do special effects over the top of that to make it a little bit glowy. Which I'm gonna have to definitely do selections so I don't have it, because I need it to not glow so much in front of the shield, but maybe along the edge. Yeah, but I'll have to go through and make those separate. Now this should be that steely color as well. Okay. So for my shield, I really have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this This is part of also that design aesthetic when it comes to making the enamel pin, because once you get past 3 colors, it does cost a bit more per pin. And in this case, the company I'm going with, it's 16 cents per pin for any extra color. The shield will be made of 4, so it'll be plus 16 cents per shield I make. Fairly similar to that of the... I'm going to do this blue. Where's that steely gray? I feel like... those. Now for my own purposes of this, I don't need to stick with these colors for the end result when I make it for the other means. But I did want to go over and have some idea of like, well, these are all the colors. So it's really like I can make the sword with 3 if I really, really wanted to. Because I could take that same gold as on these Triforce, and say that these are all going to be made of that same material. Which in this case, then I'm saying is like, as for this is also that steel gray. Or wait, no, what's wrong? Wouldn't be that steel gray. The steel gray is actually going to separate some of these features, but it'll be the blue. Almost knocked that light down. That would have been a tragedy. I really like these, all except for you. You're not circle enough for me, but the rest of them look really nice as circles from this distance, and you are an oval. I'm being very picky about pixels when I'm looking at it, but gotta calm down a bit. Alright, we got good timing. Alright, so one other thing I'm gonna end up doing here. Because I have 2 separate images I need to pull over. I am going to export. And I'm just gonna export this out. Actually, not about it. If I can do this, I should be able to do that. Nice. Export out as PNG so I can keep that transparency. I feel like it'll add a little bit more if I can keep it transparent when I'm working in Illustrator. This is just kind of a design idea of which I'm working with. It's not necessarily, I didn't do this the last time. I just brought over the image, just drew lines over the top. But I thought, maybe if I can keep this superimposed in some way. It's why do you itch? It's because we got sleepies. Oh. Okay. And then I want to. I do want to make sure. Store transparency. There we go. Uh-oh. Where to save it? Uh-oh. There it goes. I'm like, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. So same thing for you. Export. I want to say... If you don't know who I am, I'll tell you so you understand. If you don't know who I am, I'm Melody Man. I'm Melody. Give me the same options? Yes, okay. Now, I made these really high resolution in this app. I'm going to make sure that when I pull it over into Illustrator, because, you know, this is the last 40 minutes, I'm going to make the Illustrator file. Okay, cool. They're both saved. We'll get up there. Keep you side by side. Ah! Okay. Yeah, as you can see how many of these little crazy things I have. Why did I pick postcard? Didn't mean to hit postcard. Meant to have one artboard open, but I'm going to file. Yeah, I forgot that I did not set this up. Object edit. Wow, that's annoying. I usually do this beforehand. Hence the reason why I don't bother looking for this particular feature. Don't really want the artboard, don't need the artboard, but I do need to make sure. Oh my gosh. Document setup. Give me a moment while I fiddle with this. Hi, hello. Yeah, I forgot to. I opened it up and I'm like, oh yeah. And just nope, didn't even bother now. Probably set up this. Yeah, because this is not the file I want. I didn't want a postcard. Maybe I could pull it in that way. So this is the other file. I want to make properties. Remind me later. Ooh. Oh goodness. Now for this particular one, the file sizes that I do want to send over are, I want them to be big enough, but really I feel like I want to send a, I don't know if I want to send the SVG this time. I only sent PNGs the previous time, which is fine. That worked out. I was able to get these designs. As a matter of fact, I'll leave that open, but why do I feel like... Wow, I really messed that one up. Sorry, people. I thought I had this more together. Because I don't know where I put my template. I'm starting to think I didn't save it, which is even worse. Well, we'll go with that, but I definitely want, yeah, raster effects is high, 300 DPI. It is very important when you send this off to them. As a matter of fact, quite a few of them say, please give us 300 DPI. Do make it at 300 DPI. It might be an Illustrator, but your output will be 300 DPI. An Illustrator, like I said, a vector program will allow you to re-render, range at the size, and we want to make sure that we're working 300 DPI for them. It's ideal, especially if you're gonna draw this in like Krita. Make sure you're doing 300 DPI. You don't have to do the 600 that I was working with as my sketch, because I said I'm gonna go crazy and just make sure like this incredibly high. I should have known better and said I don't need to work higher than what I have. All right, so then let's be. Because I'm weird. I like to I just learned this naming set from college. Mr. Caterino is very adamant. He's like, yeah, just label 001. And, you know, any person, it's like, it's always, you know, 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, final, you know, but it's gonna, you're gonna name it a lot of things. Alright, so my initial artboard is 1920 by 1080. And actually, I should have had to go the opposite. Oh well, I'm going to change the artboards anyways. The bigger point is that I just need import. Actually, I should be able to just drag and drop. I'm just going to bring it over to live screen. See, this is what I should have had somewhat, but I did not have that prepared. I didn't have. It's like, I guess I didn't save this out as a template. Not that this is any like set schedule or set kind of template, but I have my initial lines that I created as their own artboards, and then I decided, and it's like, the size didn't really matter. I decided to blow it up and then add in the flat colors. The whole idea is that this is what these are the files you want to give them out. It's the ones at the flat color with the description of like the size, like all the features that you're looking for. What did you do? What did you do? That's right. This thing does not like to work from the keyboard that way if I use it on my screen. So it's like, actually, okay, the only one that's actually listed correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors on this one. So I told it I want it to be 1.25 inch. I want it to be a double pin. They actually told me, because they're really awesome, they said we strongly recommend just getting one. Because they have a little, the company ViviPin has this little pin back, there's a little notch. So when it's up against fabric, that little thing hooks. And yes, I have hurt myself on it because it really curious. Like, is that sharp? Yes, it is. So I thought rubber clutch would be a perfect thing, as they have it listed on theirs. This one has 5 colors, but somehow I listed 4. I think I was not counting the black, mainly because I kept thinking, it's like, oh, they're gonna fill that in, but then through discussion and through back and forth, they did end up filling it in with the black. And I said I was gonna go with the hard enamel black plating. Now this time I'm not gonna go with the black plating, I'm gonna go with a silver nickel to give it a kind of metal look. So this is just an extra little, like, inside the file to let them know that this is how, you know, this is what I'm looking for. These are the features. That way they know exactly, like, that applies to this picture, that applies to this picture, that blah 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 blah. It helps keep everything organized, so when you ship it off to them, said, here's the file I'm working with, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for. They go, okay. And it reflects everything that they have listed. Because one of the things was, like, I could have ordered through their website directly, but I ended up initiating and, like, emailing, and then going through a few emails back and forth with my designs. Matter of fact, actually, I think I did ship off my like, this is what I was looking for, and this, yeah, that's right, I do recall I put them all in one big giant file, and then we pulled them out and put them one at a time, in one each. Now, there is one aspect in these images that won't show up in the end result. That is actually these little tails. Those tails won't necessarily show up as that. They'll actually be just rounded. So I gave them this file. This is what I presented them. I am going to give them one that has rounded edges. If it has a line that comes in, it's going to be rounded. I don't know how good they would be with tapering. I don't recall the millimeter of which they can make the thinnest line compared to the thickest portion. That's, you know what, that was a good question. I think I never asked them that prior in that first run through of these, getting these done. It's something for your design when you consider it, like, can I make a tapered line with you, and what is the thinnest line you can make? That does play into your design a little bit. if you're trying to make some interior lines that cross over on the inside. What I did with this particular character, you can see that they all just come to an end. They don't have it other than these few lines that indicate that, you know, the tentacle's up and back. So it's overlapping the tentacle as it's coming down in front. So these are the kinds of lines that I need to make for this. Let us bring over flop, right? Perfect. Okay. Why is that the tool I have? I want this tool. Oh my goodness. This is the problem of not using Illustrator often enough to really remind myself, like, I need this one. I want to rotate. Again, I'm gonna delete the artboard anyways. That could have swore. I think this just wants me to place it, and then it'll let me change it, right? Let's see, can I make the artboard right now for this? Because I really prefer that. Well, I can always just adjust this one around it. Because my end result, I don't need it to be. No. Go away. I got the artboard. So there, I got the artboard now, just dedicated to this, which is great because I just all I wanted. I will be resizing it, so I have a what was it? I want a 1280 by 720, or in this case, I want the largest side to be 1280. Well, I could just send it as like 1920 as well. The point is that I want it large enough, but at the same time, we have 300 DPI behind it, so we have the pixel depth that's necessary. I really only use this application strictly for the purposes of a vector. I barely use it for anything else. So even my own, my shortcoming is not sword. How about just M sword? Okay, that. Because my end result is I just want this to be... Why does it still have that blue line? Why do I feel like something's wrong with you? That is quite the annoying aspect that I do not know how to get rid of. But, again, I'm... There is a mirror feature. There is a mirror feature. I know there's a mirror feature. I did this with something else. Wow, I really need to use Illustrator more often so I can remember where this stuff is. The downfall of me. I use Krita so much in Photoshop and those apps. I don't use this one nearly as much. Yeah, I keep forgetting, like, I think it's because I have such a mindset for Krita, because I do practically everything over on that app. Then this is like This is secondary to me. Wait, is this saying it's a link? I wonder if that's the reason why it's being awkward. Alright, I just need a basic. That's what I... Why are you not letting me draw on the surface I want? Love it. It's like you don't want me to draw on top of that? I have no clue why that's broken. By no means should you be. It's because of the right tool being the erase. I was on erase, and I need to stop using the keyboard, so it won't give me little shortcuts I want. Oh crud, this has a fill. Fill to be empty. So I'm just going for the inks. I have enough room. If I at least make one side, I should be able to say mirror this, please. Using shift, make sure I get a nice clean. And then destroy the anchor. Come out from it. Again, these are going to be nice clean lines. Because that's what's the beauty of this pen tool. Destroy that anchor. Alright, now this one I'm going to have to zoom out quite a ways because I'm going to have a big old handle. Okay. Break the handle. So I'm going to try to make one side of this and then flip it. What? It's because I went to the weird, awkward. Let's be the regular pen tool for me. Pick it back up from there. There. So really, again, this is... Give me some nice curved lines so the end result is solid. And I want to give them the best file possible in the end. Okay. So that's the outside of that. There's also something to working on the iPad in Illustrator, because that's the other aspect. Is there's so many simplified aspects of the tool. I know that this should be the mirror. Nope, that's shape filter. I had that wrong. The only difference that I really like about this one is that it actually allows you to do perspective. If you're ever doing backgrounds, you really want to get down to perspective. That way you can size everything perfectly and all work harmoniously. Oi. I know it's somewhere. The problem is, I think I need to, like, I need to tone down on tools. Where is my mirror? That is scale. Shear. There's shear will alone. Reflect tool. There it is, underneath the rotation. Not quite working out the way I want it to. Ah, it'd be funny if I had to do it beforehand. Not like these lines are that hard. Wait a second. You're not mirroring any of the work that I want you to mirror. You're a jerk. Fine. I guess I get to go down to just simply copy, paste, transform, there. Why is there no flip? I don't want to reflect. Ah, reflect. Read the words. That's just vertical. What? Hitting enter doesn't do quite what I thought. Looks like we're good. Ah. Ah, why? Do need to. Good. They both snap together. Completing some of these lines. Ah, crud, I didn't do those. But I can do the one side and reflect. I do have that as an option. So, I do feel like I want to make these lines. No, I'm trying to think of, like, that's should be center. So that's actually where I should have had the original. What are you doing to me? Shh. Not quite what I meant. And not what I meant either. Oh my gosh, not that at all. Oof. Let me... I guess I'm gonna... There. That's the button I was looking for. It's a shift. Oh, goodness. What are you doing? Why are you attaching there? Did I tell you to? Too much, but oh my gosh, I think I just broke it. You know why? Because uh-oh. Okay, I was gonna say, it just did not like me. It does not like me. Because I have too much open in the background. So much light! No! Don't go into the light! Don't die on me! No! You have so much to live for! Oh my gosh! Oh! I'm so happy. I'm so happy you still want to live. And now hit save. Oh boy. Yeah, save it. What are you asking me that it's for? Oh, because I never actually hit that. Good thing I'm saving it now. Yes, okay. Mm-hmm. Whew. We almost had the death on our hands. Makes me think, Critter, we're gonna close you out. We're gonna hit save on you, so we can free up. See, if we're not really paying attention, 1.3 gigs on just a sketch and ink. Oi, oof. Oh, that could have been bigger tragedy. Dodge that bullet. Dodge that oncoming bullet. My goodness. Halfway mark. Shift to help me make a nice dinner. There we go. I do want lines coming from here, here, and like that. Yep, I do not need to recreate the lines over and over and over. Snap them into place. And boom, boom, boom. Alright, now I'm hitting my stride how I want. This is a diamond. You don't want to tell me that that's... You gonna make me reflect this one too? I guess so. Just because I don't want to get that all. No, it doesn't matter. I can always adjust it after. And, you know, not everything's symmetrical anyway. Except for these things. Now, I do want to go through and round off some of these lines at some point, but I'm not going to worry too much about doing it right now. As it goes, making lovely. Now, I did not measure this out because I thought it's not going to affect too much of their results on their side. This is not like perfect. And when I say on their side, I mean on companies outside when they make these. So for the most part, they make a mold. That mold is essentially easily designed and easily brought together. What? Okay, we're gonna... Nah, that's not how this is made. Perfect. Let's zoom in, make it a little bit easier. I am just going to follow out my lines and hopefully make this line match up with that one on the other side as best as I can. So I will, more than likely, not be exact with my previous lines. Even though what I really should do is just go snap, 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 snap. And I can like cut off these lines. I should be doing that. Should be doing that. Yes, 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 yes. I can. In the end. It's not hard, it's just... Now it requires me to go and expand, blah, 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 and I'll do it later. I'll finish those lines. As long as I remember. Oh, gotta stop hitting the plus or minus when I have that tool on. Okay. So one side of this. I need to round it in. Shift out. See, this is also where it's like, I need a perfect 45 degrees. Then this does not come as far inward. And okay, so where does my curve start? Just roughly about there. Now, should make a curve here. Curve actually right here. Just snap that one. All right. So that's 1/2. The big old blade. Go paste. That's not at all what I wanted. So let's go back to that. Let's go. Reselect it. Say copy, paste. There we go. Boom. So as you can see, it's coming together. And this is the clean version that I want to give them. So this will have also. I want to so badly use the keyboard, and I can't use it for the plus or minus. Okay, so this one, it's really not much in the end about flexion. So for I need to go shift. Oh really? Oh really? There we go. Object. Is it expand? It should be expand. I want them to cut each other. Span, path, join, path, no. Maybe it is join. It's 2 steps. It's one, then the other, and then boom. I paint make. Expand. That should be. I think that's the steps. So now I should be able to go now. Oh, it's not. See, it's not quite because it should be. I want that segment. There's another step. Yep. Because then I need it to break down. one more step, one more step, one more step, which is half. That's it. So it's expand, expand. That's the 2 steps. So now I can go in. No. Don't mess with me. Come on. So now that you're expanded, oi. Expand. They expand out to the edges, and then I need it to become. So I need to be able to select them. Too far. Expand. Yes. Object. I always thought it was live paint. Make me a live paint. It's almost there. It's just missing one part of it. Selecting individual pieces, because these individual pieces should be. I don't think it's sliced. It's not sliced. There's. Should be able to technically go in there and go, I want to delete that too. There, I think that's because now that I have the vertexes, there's expand, expand, and I didn't. There's some wonky thing that I was backtracking through. It's like, no. So now I can go through. Just delete the lines I don't. And now these ones perfectly match the other ones, so that's exactly what I want to see more of. As a matter of fact, actually, I could even go in here. See how this crosses over, and then this crosses that way. This crosses that way, and then this one. Delete, delete. Look how fancy those lines are. Isn't that lovely? And it works well because I have like this going underneath while this is going over it. Actually, so this one goes to that one. Follow the line. This wraps around. Is that way? No. Wrap around. Come around that way. That way. Right? Oh no. I don't have to follow these lines perfectly. Calm down on that line. Set. We are past time. But we are almost done with this inking part because I will take on the coloring and other aspects. Well, actually, that is right. I should announce that now. Next week, I will not be streaming because I have family coming out to visit. So I will be spending time with them. Even though I'd love to spend some time with you lovely people. But Saturday, I'm going to have a nice little barbecue. Make some food and enjoy time spent with the family. I will be missing this because actually, like, this is one of those things I look forward to every week. I like sitting down. I like designing. I like presenting something. And you know, one of the biggest things, like, I just want to bring more value to everyone too, because I just, like, these are things that I've figured out over time, and feel it's a nice little boost when somebody else can go, well, then take from this knowledge, use it yourself. So again, if you have any questions about enamel pin designs, or even just want somebody to throw you want to throw an idea out at someone, please message me either on Facebook, Instagram, on you can message me directly on Twitch. It's gonna be a little bit longer because I don't have a means. Well, no, I do have it downloaded to my phone. Hopefully I have the notifications. You know what? If you have a chance, hit me up on Twitch. Send a message. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. Because I'll try to be a little vigilant on the next few days to see if I find any Twitch, messages, like personal messages sent to me. Because I'm really confident it should be. Because it makes sense. But, if you really want to, just, direct message me on, like, Facebook. There's a Facebook page at BoogieManInkD.com. Or at BoogieManInkD. And INKD. No apostrophe in it if you're doing it. But yeah, BoogieManInkD. And you can look up the Facebook page. You can message me there. You can message me anywhere. You can also check out the Instagram. Heck, if you just do a Google search of BoogieManInkD, you'll find me. You find the Instagram. You'll find the Facebook page right there at the top. So again, look me up, find me, message me. If you have a design idea, something you want, you've been mulling around over, it's always helpful to have another person, give you some insight. Have you take that personal moment and, like, I'll help you figure out a few things. Because I'll take from what I know, and I'll let you in on that. Okay? That's my little thing that I want to do for you. That's why I'm designing these. That's why I thought it'd be great. I want to make more pins, for my convention table at Really Cool Comic Con, which I announced at the top. I want others, others to know there's no real barrier. You can make enamel pins yourself, or you can enjoy me making them, and you can see, the kind of, like, the amount of hair I pull out to make them. No, I don't. That's not the reason why I'm bald. It's the reason why I'm balding. Deep thinking and always rubbing right here, But yes, always have an opportunity. Take the opportunity to reach out. I'll more than happily answer any questions. I want to answer questions. I want to hear from y'all. I want to know what you want to see too. It would be great to know if people want me to put this together in a more stylized manner for actual teaching purposes. I think I already have an idea that I want to do it that way, but it helps when you get a few people saying, yeah, I would like to see that. It really makes a difference in going, okay, well then I'll put a little bit more effort into that, because I think if it's something you guys want, then I want to know. I really try to take what I can and hand it off, because I think there's no reason for somebody to struggle, and if they want to do some of this stuff. I mean, the biggest thing is, like, that's why the internet's there. The internet has all this information. So many people are out there trying to say, hey, I know this. Maybe you want to too. And since I plan on being at a convention, doing this more and more so, I thought, let's just share it. Let's everyone in on this little non-secret. Alright, actually, I would say we are done. Now this is the clean line art that I want to present to them. And like I said, this is going to be 3 inches tall. 3 inches from top to bottom. This is going to be one of my biggest, or I should say, one of my longest pins I've ever designed. And I think it's really, really great that it looks so clean, so interesting, and it really stands out as That's a nice master sword. Now there's two features that I'm gonna make another layer. I think I'm gonna play around with it. But again, when we come back, which is not gonna be next week, so again, I'll mind you, it's like there won't be any stream next weekend on Saturday because I will be with family. I'll be enjoying them, coming out to Michigan here where I live, and we're gonna have a lot of fun having a barbecue. And heck, if you're curious about my recipe for ribs, by all means, come by, ask. I'm willing to share. But here is stage 2. Like I said, this is really the end result of, before I even get to coloring, I want to make sure the ink looks solid, it's clean, it's to what I want. I'm probably going to change some of the thicknesses, but we can go over that the next time we come back to this. And I think that'll be in about 2 weeks. So 2 weeks. What I will do most likely is finish up the shield. I'll finish up a lot of these designs, and during that stream I will be going over them with you. I'll be reassessing, readjusting, but I do want to make sure I have my designs done. And then next time we reconvene, I've already finished them. It's like one of the things I do try to do with some of my pieces is finish them, let them sit to the side, come back to them later. So that is one of these, and I should have plenty of time because the idea is I want to get these done before the end of June. And I think when we come back in 2 weeks, I'll be able to finish them up, and then I'll be able to send them out. And then I will take you through and give you guys updates every Saturday on how things are going, what my conversation is with the company I plan to be working with again, is ViviPins. Again, they do not sponsor me. They have not sponsored me. I have not asked for them to sponsor me. I think they're just a really good company. They've done very well with the first set of pins I made. I plan on keeping on with them because I like the materials they use, I like the options they have, and they really do work well with me. They have a very nice, lovely customer service that really helps. So again, if you're interested in your own designing these pins, ask me. I've gone through the process. I found a company I really did some research with. I really found that worked out, and right off the bat, because I was expecting to actually go through a few different people. I was expecting to go through a few different people to figure out, well, I really like these features, I want this feature, and then maybe like a pull and tug kind of. They made it very easy. It was like I did a whole bunch of research thinking that I'd have to go, well, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm trying to do. It's like, yeah, we can do it. That was simply like, oh, okay, well then. So then this is me pushing the envelope a little bit further. So, but they do offer the means of how I want to design this, and one of the key features is, again, I'm letting you know, they actually these pins they make are already magnetic. That is one of the key features. And like, I've bought many enamel pins. That's another way of doing some of your research. Just look at other people's designs, how they put it together. Which is like, I couldn't even tell you what material it is. All I know is that whatever ViviPin's done, it allows me to do this idea. Now it should work in theory. And from what I've tested with the pins I currently have, it should work exactly as I'm expecting. My only aspect that kind of I go, is the size of the magnetic clutch that they use. Is I do not know the diameter. So I don't have an idea if it works necessarily as I expect. But that's fine. We can make this all work. And what's also cool? Not only will you be able to put the magnetic clutch, therefore, on your clothing or on certain materials, the magnet I found is pretty strong. So that I was testing with to make to see these designs, it was really strong. It was strong enough to where it was going through 2 of the pins, and it was even able to stick to another metal object. So it also, in the end, it goes beyond just being something you can put on your clothing, but also something you can go put on your refrigerator. That to me was the, oh my gosh, okay, this has another step beyond what I even was considering, didn't even think of. Because I was just curious. I wanted to play with magnets. I like playing with magnets, and I think this really adds something to all of it. So essentially, that's what drove me to make this design of the sword and shield, the iconic two pieces of weaponry from Zelda, to really see what you guys think, what you guys what might be a little bit more interesting that you haven't seen before at the convention. And I thought, this is it. This is one thing I plan on, that it should be a big seller for me. So I took the time to design and really think outside the box, because I've not seen many designs that want to partner two pins together. It does ask, I am asking for a lot more money, because instead of just buying one pin, I'm asking you to buy two. And if you want to buy them individually, you buy them individually. And that's part of the part of things. Like, I just want this. I just want the sword. I just want the shield. Like, okay, but guess what? I did make them, and I did design them so they could work together. That was my whole aesthetic. Because one of the best ways is, like, if you really want to design something you want. Design something that, solves a problem of what you like. I have not seen this. I really would like that. I want to see something. I really wanted to see something like this, and I really plan on trying to take it with a few other designs and really take it, next step. But I thought this would be the first real good way to just start off with that, is make a sword and shield. So again, with that, I'll say it once more. Next week, there will be no stream. I'll make sure to make up an announcement. I'll probably put up a goofy picture of myself with me thumbing up over the top of ribs, saying it's a rib day, hanging out with family. Just to let you all know. If you have any questions, please always send me something on Facebook Messenger. Send me something on Instagram. Just send me off your question, your inquiry. If you're playing around with an idea, ask. Let me help you out. Let me give you some insight if you really feel you're stuck, or you're not necessarily stuck, but you just want a second opinion on it. I'm more than happy to give you guys some extra hands on this. Just so you know, it's a pleasure for me to help out other people. It is something I've always prided myself on doing, I guess. It's something, it's not necessarily a pride thing. I really do like teaching. I really do like helping. I really want you all to know that. And that's why I came here today and decided to do some enamel pin design. That's really what this comes down to. So if you do like it, if you do like what I have on this stream that I was doing today, please hit a like. It allows many other people to see this. It allows the algorithms to do their thing, where they actually, because you hear this all the time from any person that does streaming or anything on YouTube. A like helps out. I'm tremendous. So even if you don't want to send off a message to me or ask me a question, or just give me a thumbs up. Let everyone else know too. And if you feel up to it, and you feel like you might have a friend that goes, hey, you were talking about designing stuff, share it. Let them know. Let them know that I'm here. I can answer a few questions. Let's see if we can figure out what you're trying to make, and if it can be made within some reason. I mean, I believe that anything can be made. It's just a matter of understanding the limitations. In this case, I know a bit about how I know a bit about the process, and even I am right now trying to push it beyond what I think I've seen before. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just making a pin that I really want myself. So that's what it comes down to. That's how you find the passion to design it. Find the reason why you want to. In this case, I just really want this pin. I really want to make my own. And I really want to make quite a few more, so we can I'll share in it because I think it'd be really cool for everyone. So again, thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, thank you. If you tuned in just toward the end there, that's fine. It's fine. You can always watch it back. But again, I appreciate everyone's patience. I'm always happy to see if somebody takes the time to be here, because I know we all have busy lives. So again, thank you. And with that, I'm gonna find some bit of music, because this is the saddest music to go out on. What? I've been trying to go on. Okay, I'm just gonna jump into it. Alright, but again, thank you for joining. I just wanted to make sure I had a nice little bit of music here. Thank you for joining. My name is Nathan BoogieMan Roman. BoogieMan not being my middle name, being my pseudonym. But again, if you have the opportunity, August 7th is really cool Comic-Con. I will be having these pins for sale at that table. That is the goal time, and I should be able to ship off the information, finalize everything by the end of the month, and then between July 1st and the end of July, I should see all the pins come in, and I will gladly share you I will compile everything together, and I will gladly bring to you every bit of the design process in a more clear-cut way, instead of just on these live streams. So, also, I do want to make sure I say this. It'll be June 19th at 4 p.m. when we'll have the next stream. Kayla might join. I know she's rather busy with trying to pack up and get ready. She is making a big move herself, all the way across the nation. So she's trying to get all that sorted out. So she's got a lot on her plate right now. So give her a holler, give her a hi. Say, if you live in Hawaii, say I'll see you there, because that's where she's moving. That's the big move, all the way from Michigan to Hawaii. So again, please, if you have an opportunity, go say hi to her. Tell her that she does really good stuff too. Encourage her to give me some stuff to turn off too. She's got she's got a friend like me. So she's like, say, hey, the ginger, if you really want to. I mean, I prefer you say like, hey, BoogieMan said this, but if you have to. She's got a really good ginger friend. And tell her, hey, we'd like to see your stuff more. You draw really, really good. We like it. And also, just just for the simple fact is like, I love it when you guys go out and you go message her, Shifty Cat. Message her, let her know. Let her know that you want to see her stuff too. I'm always trying to encourage her. I love being being on stream with her. It's a lot of fun. And actually, you know what? I know that the next art stream won't be until the 19th, but her and I have been talking back and forth. Most likely not this coming week, which would be the 9th, Wednesday. We won't be doing any gaming she might not join me until much later, until after her move, because that's really her biggest focus right now. So probably won't join me until after, but I might play scary games and other games. If you're interested in watching a grown man scream like a little girl, by all means, leave a message, let me know, maybe suggest a game or two. But Wednesdays we'll see about like doing some game, just some gaming, talk about some art pieces, some storytelling, especially like because I love games. I love breaking down the story of them. I think it'd be really great, just open discussion on all that stuff. So even I would be, analyzing the crud out of the story. But there's some games that are just creepy that you don't quite get that. And but I like lore a lot, so I will tough my way through it. find those morsels of information so I can piece together what's going on. So I'll play scary games for that purpose. That's my drive. But again, if you have any suggestions, please let us know. You know, it'd be great. We'll see about which ones are, you know, which ones we can get our hands on, and maybe even play them live for like a few times here and there. And you know, like I said, it's like if you want to see a grown man scream like a girl, I am right here for you. Just let me have it. But yeah. But again, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. All you little critters out there. Appreciate you stopping on by again. Ask any question. Ask away. I'm going to keep saying that. Please ask. Just ask anything. You don't have to sit there in the background. I see viewers come and go. Ask me a question. I'm more than willing to sit down and take some time with you to figure out how to get past a certain hump. That's what I want to bring to you. Y'all. I'm not even in the South, and I go y'all. But I'll say it once more. Thank you for joining me today on Enamel Pin Design Part 2, where we did the inking. If you didn't have the opportunity to join us, please rewind back, watch through. You probably do like 2 times, just see me design everything. Alright, this is the BoogieMan, dancing on out of here. I'll catch you critters later. And bye.